Okay, this is a gift for Jay-The-Brony on Fimfiction. Because... Sorry, saying, a lot. I'm so awkward. Okay, so basically, he paid for a commission for me to have my OC and Adagio draw together, and, like, I just really wanted to give him something to, you know, repay him and whatnot, and like a thank you thing. Yeah, anyway, so I'm gonna read one of his fanfictions. It's called A New Look. It's the Dazzlings look for new outfits before heading to Canterlot High. So it's, you know, basically, yeah. Anyway, I should probably get to it before I get distracted. It was getting late, and the town of Canterlot was beginning to be bathed in the distinct orange glow of the sunset sunset. Everywhere around, the citizens of this place were heading on home to their families, or just closing up shop for the day. But as the streets were becoming more and more vacant, there were 3 individuals who maintained their journey there. A trio of girls, all wearing matching hoodies, walking with looks of purpose and determination upon their faces. Adagio Dazzle, Aria Blaze, and Sonata Dusk. For a long time, these exile sirens had been ecking living in this world, devoid of the magic they'd once thrived on, but now they had an opportunity that they thought they'd never have again. Equestrian magic had been witnessed here, and they were adamant on making their way to its source. Adagio, as always, led the way, flanked by her 2 cohorts. As they walked, Aria, again as always, maintained a somewhat dismissive attitude towards them all.
It's been hours, Adagio. How much longer do we have to keep walking?
The siren leader turned to her companion with a scornful look.
Quit your complaining. The magic is here, in this town. I can feel it. We're so close now, and the last thing we need is your bickering making our situation more unbearable.
Aria rolled her eyes at that because she thought, like, you know, fuck you. Anyway,
whatever. I still say this is a waste of time. What are we even going to do when we get there? We don't know how that magic got here or how we can even get to it.
Adagio looked ahead, narrowing her eyes a little as she considered the girl's question.
We'll figure it out when we find it.
Aria was clearly unsatisfied with that answer. Like, what the fuck, man? As evidenced by the mocking look on her face. Like,
Adagio, what are you doing?
But rather than escalate matters, she simply elected to keep silent for the time being at least. As for Sonata, she had been quiet this whole time, glancing to every passing shop as they closed one by one.
Taji, can we stop for a bit? We've been walking a super long time now.
The siren leader turned to her.
And we'll walk even farther until we find what we need, Sonata.
The blue girl looked away from her leader, looking somewhat hurt and angry at the response. Feeling just the tiniest pang of guilt from this, Adagio let out a sigh, like, stopping for a moment before placing a hand upon her companion's shoulder.
Look, we just need to keep moving for a bit longer. We'll get that magic for ourselves, and then everything will be like how it should be. No more scraping base-level negative energy. No more moving from place to place for somewhere to sleep.
At that, Sonata's face lit up a little.
Oh, and no more hoodies, right, Adagio?
Hearing that, Adagio looked down at her own clothes for a moment, gripping the hem and really analyzing the thing.
For once, Sonata, you have a point. Maybe it is time we get rid of these old things.
The blue girl practically squealed at that, like, while Aria raised an eyebrow.
Seriously? I thought we were in a hurry. And now we're doing shopping for clothes?
Adagio turned to her with some annoyance in her tone.
If we're going to wow this world, we can't be seen to do it in rags like these. Sure, our magic is strong on these pitiful humans, but if this is to be our finest performance, I prefer we look the part, and we need something a bit more eye-catching.
Again, Aria rolled her eyes.
Yeah? Good luck finding a place at this time of day.
Before Adagio had a chance to respond, Sonata beat her to it, pointing enthusiastically to something across the street.
Oh, how about that place?
Turning, both Adagio and Aria looked to see that, as Sonata had said, there was indeed a clothes store still open, its lights still on, right across the street from them. Adagio had to resist the urge to give her purple-haired companion a well-deserved
"I told you so,"
and instead began to march over with the other 2 close behind. Before long, they were there, entering the store and looking around. The place did indeed have a wide range of outfits for girls their age and size. And as they strolled through the place, the shopkeeper, an older woman, stayed behind the counter watching the three girls as they made their way through her place. While Aria and Adagio were looking at each outfit with some skepticism, Sonata was far more enthusiastic, immediately rushing over to a particular stand, gleefully hopping up and down with a massive smile across her face.
Oh my gosh! Will you look at this pink shirt? I bet I'd look mega cute in it.
As usual, Aria let out a grunt of annoyance as she went over to see what her companion was talking about. And meanwhile, Adagio was busying herself with her own search. Outfit after outfit she passed, and none of them seemed to do anything for her because they sucked. But then, at the end of the search, she caught the sight of something. There, in the corner of the store, displayed on a white mannequin, was a full-body outfit. Very 80s. I'm just kidding, it doesn't say that. Mostly purple, complete with light purple leggings. Intrigued, Adagio walked over to it, looking the thing over and imagining how it would look on her sexy body. I mean on her. A smirk crept onto her face as she nodded slightly, showing clear approval. Before the shopkeeper could see her, the siren plucked the outfit off the mannequin and took it over to a nearby changing room. But shouldn't that actually be on a coat hanger technically, because never mind. There, she saw the small room had a full-size mirror on one wall. Much to her delight, she began stripping down to her... I'm so immature! Stripping down to her underwear before getting on her new outfit. However, she looked at herself in the mirror, smirking and striking a pose with one hand on her hip before blowing her reflection a kiss. Because she's so darn sexy, even she has to kiss herself.
Oh yeah, still got it.
Didn't take her long after that to get into her new clothes, and when it was done, she looked herself over in the mirror. Yet again, approval was her expression. And she soon began to make her way out of the changing room, simply leaving her hoodie and the rest of her old clothes behind. And soon as she was out, she noted that her companions also got themselves changed. As expected, Sonata had gone for the pink shirt, as well as the complimentary outfit that did indeed make her look cute. Though Adagio would never openly say that because
I'm not a lesbian, no matter what the bronies say.
As for Aria, she was wearing a somewhat punkish attire, complete with a slightly torn green vest that made her look badass! A look which suited her quite well too. The girls looked at each other, giving a nod of approval at their respective outfits, before starting to head on towards the door. However, as they did, she noted their departure and got up from her chair. I'm just gonna do a Granny Smith voice, because why not?
Hey, you can't just walk out of here. You gotta pay for those.
But Adagio and the others showed no concern for this. Turning to her smirks on their face, they approached her slowly,
hips swaying. As they walked, and they drew closer. The red gems on their pendants began to glow, as did the green tint in Adagio's eyes. Well, let's see if we can't come to some sort of musical understanding.
Ha! That was so evil! Oh my god, I hope you're not annoyed by my reading style because I'm getting hyper! And I'm home alone for 4 days, so I'm really productive and everything's making me feel awesome. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the freak reading because it was so fun to read your fanfiction. Yeah.